All right, so today we're going to be looking at writing and interpreting functions 3, which is all about scatter plots and positive and negative correlation or no correlation. Okay, so here's an image for you that's just about the positive, negative, and no correlation. Basically what we're looking at here is when we have our x-axis, as we're going from left to right, we're increasing. So we're comparing what's happening on the y-axis. So in this first picture, we are increasing along our x, and we are also increasing along the y. Right? So we're increasing. And we know this because each of our points is getting a little bit higher. It's not a perfect, right? That's what that line's showing. If it was a perfect correlation, they would match up. All the lines would be on there. But this is pretty close. So you can see as our points are generally increasing on the y as we go from left to right, that's what we call positive correlation. So I like to say we're increasing, we're adding, right, on both axes. So that's a plus plus. On the negative correlation, we're still increasing as we're going along the x-axis, but our y values are decreasing, right? They're going down, so they're decreasing. Okay, so when I look at this, that's a plus minus. We're increasing on the x, but decreasing on the y. And then with no correlation, that's exactly as it sounds. There's absolutely no correlation. We're increasing here, and we're just all over the place along the y-axis. Okay, so that indicates no correlation. Okay, so 10 employees at a shirt factory decorate shirts with hand-painted designs. The scatter plot below shows the relationship between the number of shirts each employee decorated last week and the number of hours each employee worked. So here we have hours worked versus shirts painted at our shirt factory. Which of the following describes the correlation between the hours worked and the shirts printed? No correlation, positive correlation, negative correlation, or a constant correlation. Okay, so in order to determine that, we said if it's no correlation, is our x is increasing, right? Our y is just all over the place. Positive, both would be increasing. Negative, as x increases, y decreases. And then a constant correlation is usually shown by a pattern of dots that's just straight. So as x increases, y remains the same. It's not a very common one that we have, so I didn't include it in the first page. All right, so as we're looking here, we're increasing our x. What's happening to our y values? They're going higher and higher, right? As I'm going along here, along my y-axis, my points, I'm hitting the points as my x is increasing. So this is what is considered a positive correlation. So, which scatter plot below represents the following? As the age of a car increases, its value decreases. Okay? So that's along those same lines that we were talking about with positive and negative correlation. If we're increasing along the age, that's our x, right? That's plus, and then decreases the value, that's our y value, right? You can see that's our y, so that's going to be our plus minus. So we're looking for a negative correlation. Okay. So a negative correlation, here these dots seem to be all over the place. These are the y values are increasing. These are remaining constant, or fairly constant, and these are actually decreasing. So here we have our increasing and then decreasing value. So this answer choice C is our negative correlation. Number 3, which relationship most likely shows no correlation? No correlation would indicate that no matter what the one does, the other one does what it wants. Okay, so let's see. Exam grade and hours studied. Well, I would expect my exam grade to increase the more I studied. So I believe that's going to be a positive correlation, right? Because as one increases, the other would also increase. Class size and the number of desks. Well, hopefully everybody in the classroom gets a desk, so as the class size increases, the number of desks would increase. All right, age and number of pets. Age and number of pets. I really don't think there's anything going on that. As I get older, the number of pets I've had has changed. I don't know. How about you? What do you think? Do you think your age is depending on the number of pets? I'm almost 50 and I have 4 pets. How many do you have? Okay, I think that's our answer there because that one doesn't seem to have any correlation. Let's check the last one. Teacher age and years until retirement. Okay, so as I am getting older, right, as a teacher, so my age is increasing, my years until I retire actually decreases. So that's a negative correlation. So I believe H is our answer here because they asked us for which one would show no correlation.